So, guys, finally, the CIC himself, the chief in command, Julius Malema, did the much anticipated interview on eNCA with JJ Tabane. And to be honest, a lot of people were looking forward to this interview. Many people were excited to hearing about this interview. I mean, even right now, if you go on social media, you will see that Julius Malema is still trending. And the reason why Julius Malema is still trending is because people are debating about the points that Julius Malema has made in this interview. Some people, they agree with what Julius Malema has said, and some people, they disagree with what Julius Malema has said. But that on its own is evident enough to show that people were interested to hearing what the man has to say. And me personally, I think generally people want to know what Julius Malema thinks about everything that has happened inside the EFF, because to be honest, in 2024, a lot has happened inside the EFF. You look from the elections, the slight decline in the elections, because before the elections, the EFF was the third biggest political party in the country, but with the emergence of the Umkhonto party and the Umkhonto party doing so good in the elections, the EFF ended up becoming the fourth biggest political party in the country. And we look at the fact that some of the leaders inside the EFF, they actually left the EFF to going and joining the MK party. People like Advocate Dali Mpofu, people like Floyd Shivambu, people like Mzwanele. These are the people that were deep inside the EFF, but today as we speak they are the members of Umkhonto party, and that actually created a friction between the EFF and Umkhonto party. I mean, right now as we speak, EFF and Umkhonto party, they are like water and oil. They do not mix, none whatsoever, despite the fact that they tried to open that thing they call the Progressive Caucus. I don't know how is that going right now, but as we speak, the two political parties, they cannot see eye to eye, because finally the EFF has realized that this new political party is trying to destroy the EFF. This Jacob Zuma's party is trying to destroy the EFF, and there's no way that the EFF was going to sit back and allow Jacob Zuma to destroy their party. We also learned from the revelations from Julius Malema himself that people like Advocate Dali Mpofu, they were working hard behind the scenes so that he can dissolve the EFF into Umkhonto party. So apparently this is something that Jacob Zuma wanted, for the EFF to be dissolved into Umkhonto party. So right now as we speak, the two political parties, they cannot see eye to eye. We also saw again in December, the EFF, they went to the National People's Assembly where they elected their top six, and hopefully this is the top six that is going to help the EFF as we go into 2029. I've already said that I do not believe in this top six of the EFF. I believe that these are people that are loyal to Julius Malema, but I don't think that these are people that are talented enough to actually help the EFF to get out of the woods. And right now, we are talking about this issue of Ndlozi. Everybody's talking about Ndlozi and the fact that Ndlozi just resigned as the member of parliament of the EFF, and he's basically on his way out. So these are some of the things that people are debating about Ndlozi. Where is he going to go? Is he going to join politics? What is he going to do with his life? So guys, I'm not going to go through the whole interview. It is quite a long interview, but I only want us to focus on two parts. I want us to focus on the part where Julius Malema was talking about Floyd Shivambu and Advocate Dali Mpofu leaving the party, and this issue of Ndlozi.
Start with these two, Floyd and Dali. Be frank with me about what gap that has left in the EFF. What is the impact of the departure of people who are literally co-founders with you in a movement like the EFF?
They have no impact
whatsoever. Nothing. They don't even have a constituency.
No. Did you see that NPA? Did you feel any vacuum? You were there. Did you feel like there's something missing because so and so is not here? This animal is bigger than individuals. They have no impact. What impact will Dali Mpofu have?
All right, let's put it this way. Surely they contributed in this 10, 11 years
yes.
of building.
Yes.
Yeah. What is the role that you can, if you were to write your biography?
No.
And there was a chapter on Floyd and a chapter on Dali, what would summarize those chapters in terms of their contribution?
The heading will be the two betrayers. That will be the heading of the chapter. And that's what I'll contribute in that book. The ideas in the EFF are a collective ideas. That anyone, I mean, we came up with this idea of forming the EFF.
Yeah.
So what? It is insignificant who formed it, who came with the idea and all of that. This thing belongs to the collective.
Yeah.
The idea of an individual dwindles into insignificance once a collective decision is taken. So whatever 11 years you want to talk about, it can't be attributed to any individual.
So me personally, I honestly understand why Julius Malema is saying all of these things about Advocate Dali Mpofu and Floyd Shivambu and basically calling them the betrayers. Because if we look at Floyd Shivambu is someone that Julius Malema has regarded as a brother. We all remember that interview it wasn't an interview where it was a media briefing by Julius Malema where he said that if he dies, then his children will have to contact Uncle Floyd. So it shows you how much Julius Malema regarded Floyd Shivambu as his brother. And when it was time to leave the EFF, instead of sitting down with Julius Malema, the man that he has been with for the past 11 years, instead of sitting down with his supposedly brother, Floyd Shivambu went around and did this.
He had some of the comrades were saying they were shocked that I went to Mkondo's. Majority of the leaders of the economic freedom fighters knew that I'm going to join Mkondo's as a party. Even in the officials, like some obviously they came to beg me and say, no, please don't tell the president. The president did not know, and I did not see the need to talk to him about it.
I mean, like guys, this is foul. This is foul. The fact that Floyd Shivambu did not feel the need to sit down and speak with Julius Malema. And Julius Malema did say that I went to the house of Floyd Shivambu to ask Floyd Shivambu, what did I do to you? What did I do to you? But Floyd Shivambu seems like he was already drinking that Kool-Aid from Umkhonto party. And he already seen Julius Malema as an enemy. He did not even care about telling Julius Malema about his intentions to leave in the party. So I do not blame Julius Malema for actually seeing Floyd Shivambu as someone who betrayed him. We all remember the day when Floyd Shivambu resigned from the EFF. You remember how Julius Malema was so broken. It was like this man was going to collapse on stage. Because he was so heartbroken, because it was so unexpected that Floyd Shivambu would actually leave the EFF in that man. And just when he thought he was dealing with this issue of Floyd Shivambu leaving the party, he knew, he had to know about the people around him, knowing that Floyd Shivambu was going to leave. So these people, they knew that Floyd Shivambu was going to leave. And instead of these people being honest with him, and instead of these people being honest and loyal to a political party that is paying their salaries, they said, no, Floyd Shivambu, can you please not tell Julius Malema and let them know that we know that you are going to leave the party? What kind of people are these? You remember, guys, I made a couple of videos to say that Julius Malema must disband the whole leadership of the EFF. If this is how these people are going to treat him, then there is no need for him to actually surround himself with these people. And I think this is the reason why he ended up surrounding himself with the top 6 that he has surrounded himself with. These are people who are supposedly loyal to Julius Malema, despite the fact that they may not be as popular or they may not be as talented as he is, but at least they are loyal to him. And these are the consequences of what Floyd Shivambu basically did to him.
I canvassed the perspective with everyone else. And then when I later on communicated the decision, then they said, please don't tell him that we knew throughout that you're going to take this progressive decision so that he doesn't look at us with doubt. And then I said, okay, that's fine. I won't tell him that. If you feel telling him like that in the future, you will be able to tell him. And some of them even went to pretend to be crying in the meeting of the Central Command team that, no, we did not know. We were shocked and all of those other things there. So it was a properly canvassed view. It was not a view that I just woke up and everyone else is shocked. It was a properly canvassed perspective that as part of consolidating the revolutionary agenda, we need to take this decision to join Umkhonto Wezize party. And there are those of...
And to show that Floyd Shivambu is such a snake. Okay, if this was their secret, if this was the secret between Floyd Shivambu and some of these people inside the EFF, why did he go to the podcast to actually oust these people like this? Because he did say that these people, they begged him to say that, no, Floyd, please don't tell Julius Malema that we knew that you were going to leave the party. So if that was an agreement between Floyd Shivambu and these people inside the EFF, why did Floyd Shivambu go on an interview and say this stuff? Clearly, he wanted to cause chaos inside the EFF. He wanted to cause chaos inside the EFF. And guys, unfortunately, till today, we still don't know what is it exactly that made Floyd Shivambu so angry towards Julius Malema. He went on a couple of media houses. He did reference leaving the EFF, but he never actually mentioned what is it exactly that made him so angry that he left the EFF in this man. What made him so angry to a point where he was basically convincing the people inside the EFF to say that, guys, if this is the decision that we have to take, can you just imagine these people inside Winnie Madikizela Mandela house, these people inside the house of a political party that is paying their bills, talking about stabbing this political party behind the back and joining another political party? So why did Floyd Shivambu go on a podcast to actually say and actually expose these people inside the EFF? If this was their secret between them, he wanted to cause chaos inside the EFF. This is the reason why I think Ndlozi is in a lot of trouble, because you remember that Floyd Shivambu, in the same interview, he did say that, no, me and Julius Malema are not brothers. Me and Julius Malema are just comrades. But there's an interview that Floyd Shivambu did, and on that interview, he did say, no, Ndlozi, I regard Ndlozi as my brother. So what did you think the leadership of the EFF was going to think about Ndlozi when you say that you regard Ndlozi as your brother after what you did? So Floyd Shivambu is basically to be blamed for how the career of Ndlozi went. Floyd Shivambu is the one that has to be blamed.
Because Wade said, let's go, all of us, if you're going. Then I said, I don't think that is a wise decision. You can participate like in EFF and everything else there. But if you decide to join Umkhonto Wezize, it must not appear as if I am responsible for a mass exodus from the EFF. I'm joining individually. Those who join later on because they're convinced about the politics of Umkhonto Wezize, they will do so by themselves individually. That approach of joining as a group and everything else is not sustainable. It's not disciplined. It's not a proper organizational and political culture. So that is what I had said, that those of you who want to join, you can join whatever time you want to join, and will not stop you from doing so. If according to your own political views, you think that you should now join Umkhonto Wezize party. That is why those who join, we welcome them to join from the EFF, from the ANC, from all these other political parties.
Do you expect more to join?
So there's similarities to what Floyd Shivambu has said about joining the Umkhonto Wezize party and him not seeing the need to actually tell Julius Malema about his move to join Umkhonto Wezize party. Guys, I want to remind you what Advocate Dali Mpofu said when he announced that he was going to leave the EFF to go and join Umkhonto Wezize party.
After a lot of soul searching, I've taken a decision that I will be joining MK. And as I say, I'm joining MK because I believe that it is the vehicle through which we will achieve the much needed black and progressive unity. No, I haven't, to be fair, and I have tried to reach out to him, but it's not. There's no need to inform anyone at any particular time. I'm sure there's no bad blood.
So, Floyd Shivambu and Advocate Dali Mpofu, the similarities about them is that they felt they felt like there was no need for them to tell Julius Malema that they were going to leave the EFF. This is how much these people basically disregarded Julius Malema, and I guess that's why Julius Malema says that in his biography, the chapter that will address this issue of Floyd Shivambu and Advocate Dali Mpofu, it will be called the two betrayers. Is because again they didn't feel any need to tell him that we are going to leave the party. They didn't feel any need to tell him that they are going to leave the party. So me, I agree totally with Julius Malema, especially when it comes to Floyd Shivambu. I believe what Floyd Shivambu did, or he betrayed Julius Malema. Like this was the greatest betrayal to Julius Malema. And then this is the same Floyd Shivambu who was speaking a lot about Jacob Zuma, discrediting Jacob Zuma for the past 11 years. And now that he's in Umkhonto Wesizwe party, he has the audacity to go out to say that, no, I was misled. Floyd Shivambu, the supposedly think tank of the EFF, goes around telling people that he was misled about Jacob Zuma, and for some reason he expects people to believe him. So if Floyd Shivambu was actually misled about all the things that he has said about Jacob Zuma, what actually makes him think that he is not misled right now about the things that he's saying about Jacob Zuma? That is why it is so wild to see Floyd Shivambu to say that, no, we were misled by the mainstream media and some organizations. Like Floyd Shivambu, as if Floyd Shivambu, he has believed in the media before. We knew that Floyd Shivambu never believed in the media. The people inside the EFF, they never believed in the media. They believe that the mainstream media is corrupt. But today, Floyd Shivambu wants the whole country to believe that he was misled by the same mainstream media. This is how wild it is. This is how wild it is. I mean, like, you remember even Fikile Mbalula, man. Where is that video of Fikile Mbalula talking about Floyd Shivambu to say that the fact that Floyd Shivambu can say all of these things that he's saying today, it is wild, man. It is wild. The fact that this man can say all of these things that he's saying about Jacob Zuma today, it is wild. That's why Floyd Shivambu will never be trusted anyway. That's why the people inside the MK party, they don't trust Floyd Shivambu. They've made it very clear that they don't trust Floyd Shivambu. They made it very clear that they don't trust Floyd Shivambu. They don't. They want him out. They want him out. They don't want him to be the Secretary General of the party anymore. There's a video that went out yesterday where some ground forces of the EFF were saying that, no, guys, we are tired of Floyd Shivambu and some of these people that have been parachuted from the EFF. We are tired of these people. We are tired of these people. Yeah, this is the video of Fikile Mbalula talking about Floyd Shivambu. Like, for some reason, Floyd Shivambu thinks he has credibility, but he doesn't. He doesn't, and I fully understand why. I fully understand why Julius Malema regards him as a betrayer of them all.
I mean, the fact that he can turn stones into bread is unbelievable. Actually, that a person like Floyd yesterday, who saw Zuma's lies and says today is not a liar, it's unbelievable, isn't it? It's unbelievable. It's unforgettable. It's unrepentable, actually. I mean, the guy was on a pulpit in parliament, seeing Zuma's lies campaign, saw Zuma's untruths. And this is why people will never have trust in politicians. Yeah, but namhlanje rating so orange. I mean, that's what people will never trust, our politics.
So the other part that I actually want us to focus on is this part of Ndlozi resigning from the EFF. I mean, like me, guys, personally, I don't want to lie. I used to feel sorry for Ndlozi. I used to like Ndlozi, but I don't like Ndlozi anymore because I don't like politicians who are soft. I don't like politicians who are cowards. That is one thing that I do not like about Ndlozi. That's why I don't feel anything towards Ndlozi anymore. Because Ndlozi is someone who actually allowed Julius Malema to stand on stage to attack his wife in front of the whole country and said nothing. And to be honest, any man must be able to stand up to defend their wife. But Ndlozi said nothing when Julius Malema attacked his wife. And he did not even resign when Julius Malema attacked his wife. They sidelined Ndlozi in this National People's Assembly that just took place in December. They sidelined Ndlozi. And Ndlozi still did not resign from the EFF. So right now, Ndlozi actually waited for the EFF to push him aside. He waited for the EFF to push him out. Like it shows, like it just shows that this man, like it is spineless. It is spineless. There's nothing that Julius Malema hasn't said that potentially wouldn't have pushed Ndlozi out. And Julius Malema has said anything under the sun to push Ndlozi out, but Ndlozi did not go out. So now Julius Malema is going to address this issue of Ndlozi and just listen to what he's going to say.
You saying Ndlozi has resigned from parliament? I got that when I was outside the country on holiday with my wife. When the SG sent it to me, I never had any.
But what's the do you say?
Yeah, so you can't ask me why did he resign, because I never had that discussion.
What was the backstory of him not being at the NPA? Just take us into your confidence today.
But again, you're unfair to me. I told you I was inspecting the learner's license of my son. My oldest son is 18. That's what I'm responsible for, about whereabouts. Yesterday when he passed matric, he said they are going to Kilimanjaro or Manjaro, what in Soweto there. God, I'm going with you. And then the whole thing flopped because they were like, what is this old man going to do with? God, I'm also saying, I'm not responsible for sending those. I'm not his father. Not his father. Where he was, what was he?
I mean, like, guys, to be honest, I feel like right now it is a perfect time for Ndlozi to actually come out to clear the air about these issues that people are asking about, because clearly the EFF won't say anything about it. You remember even the last time when they were discussing this issue of the National People's Assembly, the EFF tried to dance around the question of Ndlozi. But we know a couple of weeks before the National People's Assembly, the news came out that the EFF has sidelined Ndlozi. And it was true. It was true, because Ndlozi was nowhere to be found in the National People's Assembly. And Julius Malema got so angry with the journalists when they kept asking him about the whereabouts of Ndlozi, to say that, guys, you are not going to reduce this whole conference to an individual. Anyone who is not here was not supposed to be here. So the EFF was very clear that they don't want anything to do with Ndlozi. But me personally, I think it's high time that Ndlozi comes out, just go on a podcast and clear the air about all of these issues. Because right now, you see, even the likes of Julius Malema, they are not even interested to talking about you. They are not even interested to clearing the matters that has to do with you. So what is it that Ndlozi is going to do? Is Ndlozi going to sit there and allow the EFF to actually paint a narrative of what actually happened? Or him as a man, is he going to come out to say that, no, guys, this is not what happened? This is basically what happened, because the EFF no longer wants anything to do with you. You can respect the EFF as you want. These people, they hate you. They don't want anything to do with you. Julius Malema has made it clear that I'm not responsible for your whereabouts. I'm not responsible for anything that has to do with Ndlozi. So is this man actually going to come out to tell the country what actually happened in the EFF? Or is he going to sit there and actually allow the EFF to paint a narrative? This is one thing that I don't understand about Ndlozi. And I guess this is one thing that is so frustrating about Ndlozi. You know, with the Floyd Shivambu, of course, we don't like what Floyd Shivambu did with the EFF. We felt everybody, it doesn't matter if you are an EFF member or you are an EFF supporter or what. If you are a rational person, you know what Floyd Shivambu did was absolutely wrong. But at least he went to the podcast to try to clear some of the issues that happened inside the EFF. As a man, he said, "Not okay, I am going to defend my dignity. I'm going to go out and say my piece." What about Ndlozi? When is he going to come out and actually tell the country what actually happened inside the EFF, instead of just letting us speculate about everything? We've been speculating about Ndlozi, about everything. Is Ndlozi going to stay in the EFF? Is Ndlozi going to leave the EFF? Where was Ndlozi during the National People's Assembly? Why was Ndlozi sidelined in the National People's Assembly? How did you feel when Julius Malema mentioned your wife live on stage? All of these issues, these are issues that needs to be addressed. These are issues that needs to be addressed. But for some reason, no, Ndlozi is somewhere behind. He's hiding. He's hiding.
For about whereabouts. Yesterday, when he passed Matric, he said they are going to Kilimanjaro or Manjaro, what in Soweto there. God, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing flopped because they were like, what is this old man going to do with? God, I'm also saying, I'm not responsible for sending those. I'm not his father. Not his father. Where he was, what was he doing?
On this one,
I don't know.
On this one, I think you're obfuscating because surely with the kind of organization you are running a tight ship. Let's be frank. You are not running a Mickey Mouse thing. This is a massive organization with 1 million members. Right? And it could be understandable if there was some just ordinary loose member who didn't pitch up for or who was not a delegate. Right? But here you're talking about somebody you have promoted. Just recently, you are pitting him against Panyaza Lusufi, making fun of Panyaza Lusufi. This is incomparable.
You can't compare even now. Even now.
Yeah.
If you
so I can't be convinced.
If you want to question me about the qualities of leadership, let's debate that. Not his whereabouts.
No, I want to debate that you are not worried about why would you not be worried?
I'm not.
Why?
Stage is a village. Usiboni stage zero. Stage ugara sa UN usiboni ka NPA se village. Dilo dilimo.
So you're not worried that he didn't know where he was.
The leadership of the EFF, which was supposed to be there, was there.
Yeah.
So why must I worry?
So he wasn't told not to come to the NPA.
No, there's no such a communication.
You see, these are some of the things that he needs to clear. Like Mbuseni Ndlozi, like I'm tired of Mbuseni Ndlozi, man. I'm tired of Mbuseni Ndlozi, man. At this point, I'm saying Julius Malema, continue to kick him, man. Continue to kick him. Do anything that you want with him. Do anything that you want with Mbuseni Ndlozi, because he has proven to be a coward. He has proven to be spineless. Do everything. Julius Malema, right now, me as someone who is not a supporter of the EFF, I'm giving you a right to do anything that you want with Mbuseni Ndlozi. When is this guy going to come out and clear the air, man? I mean, can you just imagine if Mbuseni Ndlozi goes to maybe, let's say, SMWX, or if he goes to SABC, man, to do an exclusive interview of Mbuseni Ndlozi and tell all interview of Mbuseni Ndlozi, man, that would be a bomber, man. That would be a bomber, man. That would be a bomb. And I know I'm also speaking on behalf of the constituency of the EFF. Many of the EFF supporters, they love Mbuseni Ndlozi, man. They love Mbuseni Ndlozi, and they are not happy about the state of relationship between Mbuseni Ndlozi and the leader of the EFF. They want to know what happened between Julius Malema and Mbuseni Ndlozi. This is one thing that we need to know. What happened between Julius Malema and Mbuseni Ndlozi? What actually happened? Not these speculations of ours. Of course, we can speculate. We will always speculate. This is our jobs. This is what we do. This is politics. People speculate. It's just that we are online and we can come together and actually agree and disagree in the comment sections. But even on the streets, even on the corners, people are speculating about what actually happens between Mbuseni Ndlozi and Julius Malema. And this is why we need him to do an exclusive interview, a tell-all interview, to tell us about what happened between him and Julius Malema, so that we can know so that we can know. I know I'm also speaking on behalf of the constituency of the EFF, man. There is no way, man, people can continue to defend him with Ndlozi when he's not even defending himself. I mean, like, I guess that is the most frustrating part about this whole thing of Ndlozi, is because people are defending Ndlozi left, right, and center. They are defending him, but he's not defending himself. So what's the use? No, man, Julius Malema, continue to abuse him, man. Continue to abuse him. Continue to kick him, man. Continue to throw everything at him, because he has proven to be a coward. He has proven to be spineless.
He just voluntarily didn't come. So we need to ask him.
You ask him. I don't know.
You have no idea even now.
No, I'm not even interested.
But you have a good relationship with him.
No.
You don't?
No, it ended at that time. We were members.
Was he a victim of Floyd leaving? Let me ask it that way.
Ask him if he's a victim. How do I say someone is a victim? I don't know if he's a victim. I never spoke to Ndlozi before the NPA.
Yeah.
I never spoke to Ndlozi after the NPA. So I don't know his mind as to how is he thinking.
Ndlozi deserves everything that is coming at him, man. He deserves everything that is coming at him. Guys, anyway, please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button. And the most important part is subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.